Hi everyone, almost another introduction video to the cave, Craig's Cave. Like and subscribe. However, what this one is going to be slightly different because it's going to take you back in time. And the reason that I do what I do, it became slightly by accident for some of it. And what I mean by that is, well, you all remember the dreaded COVID times. Well, as many people did, jobs were obviously disappearing all over the place, mine included, and I had to find a way to make extra money. I was working, I didn't have all the cars I've got now, but I was doing some work on my own things, doing them up like the Jaguar engine, which you'll see in the photos. And I showed people, and someone said, oh, could you do my own? So my car up. So I did, and then somebody else, and it just passed on word of mouth. And I found I was doing things to cars that I didn't know I could do, like reconditioning kind of things, internal, as in the boot area, or inside the car, the seats, the steering wheels, reconditioning the actual wheels, reconditioning the engine bay, making them look shiny and new, and just doing things like that, really, similar to what quite a lot of my videos are. And I found, I'm not saying I have a talent for it, but I had the patience to do it, and I found ways to do things. So it started in that way. So in 2001, when I needed to do it, I found that I really enjoyed doing it. And because of that, I continue now as a hobby in the evenings and when I've got time at the weekends, etc. And obviously, so some of it you might see, like my Fireblade, which was many years ago. I'll talk you through it on the video. But it's going to be a slideshow of photos with my voiceover. But talks about, and hopefully you'll find it quite interesting what I've been able to do. And if anyone does say, hey, how do you do that? Please, well, a lot of it's patience and hard work, but I'm happy to share. So please, throw out those questions on any of the videos that we put up here. Remember when I say we, this is Craig's Cave, but my son Valentino helps me all the way with the editing and everything else. So we're going to have Ellie on it as well soon because she's going to be doing some work on a motorbike in the cave. And in the future, I'm hoping I can invite more and more people. Obviously, Wang comes along, he helped me with the Subaru. And we'll get more and more invited guests into the cave as well and share thoughts, ideas. And I think as we go along, the editing will get better. The camera work, if I'm not doing it, will get better. The work we do on vehicles, how we explain it, will get better. But with your help, maybe, and some feedback, it will help, we'll get better. But I'd love to answer questions. But just take a few minutes, if you won't mind. I'm going to voice over it. I'm actually going to go back upstairs now, send all the photos to Valentino, and then I'm going to put a voiceover on it. And I'll talk you through how it kind of began for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've worked on cars and bikes and done things over years, but not like this. Not taking it to this level and this amount of commitment and things going on with it. So yeah, my cave is generally, like I say, in the evenings, sometimes weekends, when I can find time, I'm always down here. I love it. So yeah, I'm really proud to be able to do this. I'm honoured that you share this time with me. But again, I need people to like it and subscribe and all of that. This video is still in the realms of us being quite new to all of this. So I'm hoping it takes off. I just like sharing what I do, and I'm always doing it. So anyway, without further ado, I'm now going to pass myself over to my self's voice, with the help of Valentino's editing, and take a look at some of the things I've done. Here we go. And here we go. The first one is actually a quad that I found, funnily enough, years ago, when Valentino was only 2 years old, and I did it up. And we got it looking pretty good, to be fair. And he rode it at 2 years old, and I did it same colours or similar to my Subaru, crazily. This is a mate ZX12. On the left you can see it was tired, and he was very surprised when I gave it back to him like that. I got someone to do the black work, but I did everything else on it at the time. Another Fireblade here, so yeah, a really tired looking thing. It wasn't in good condition, bless it, but gave it back to the owner, and it came out looking really good. Did a lot of, even the paintwork on the wheels, I did all that. So yeah, and there's my Fireblade 15 years ago. I had a big accident, made a mess of it, broke pretty much everything on it. So I brought it back to life, completely different with this triple colour. And yeah, very different looking thing, but she's still in great condition, and it turns heads because it's obviously a little bit different to how it was originally, but I do like that.
we're on to engines. That's actually my BMW Z3 engine, and that's pretty much how I bought it. It looked okay. It wasn't the best, but I knew if I could put a little bit of work into it, it'll come out nice and shiny and looking new. And here it is. You're going to see for yourselves. There it is. Yeah, very happy with how that came out. And to be honest, some years later, it looks, I'd say, about 90%. So when it looks about 80%, I'll redo it. But at the moment, she looks really good. Then over to a friend's car, Fiesta ST, was a bit tired again, ripped seat. So that was the first thing. First time I had to try and resolve an issue with a ripped seat, which I managed to do really well, and then clean the seats up as well as the rest of the car. I did a lot of work on as well, and actually the result with the seats came out really well, and you'll see now as it moves over. There you go. So yeah, the seats looked almost as good as new. Couldn't even see where the rip was. Yeah, they were very happy with that. So it's yeah, very happy. And then next up, we are going to move into a bike, which is the Bat Bike. Don't look like it there because it's not, but on the left it was tired and old, made it look good, back to standard. On the right, rode it like that for a couple of years, and now it's the Bat Bike, but that's for another video. The 3 Series convertible BMW. On the left you can see it didn't look good. On the right it's looking a little bit shinier. The owner was very, very happy with this one. Yeah, it was. I remember his reaction, and his wheels as well, we got done there. They came up really well. Bit of spray work, a lot of cleaning, a lot of polishing, and even the centre disc, managed to manufacture one. Easy. Printed it off, laminated it, cut it out, and you couldn't even tell it wasn't the real plastic one. So if you ever want to save yourself some money, it's easy. Oh, we've got a mirror here off of a Mini. It was just dulled. So out of a can, nice spray job. Take your time with the can, mask off everything because you catch everything if not, but you can get a good result. And a gear knob as well there that I was doing on the bottom. That's how it looked. It was awful. The white on the right, should I say. It was white and awful. So I got some material in the garage and made it look new. The Wrangler Jeep. Yeah, I really enjoyed working on this. Again, it didn't look too bad, but the guy wanted to sell it and he wanted to get good money for it. So we had to get it looking a little bit more showroomy. And I'd say I managed to do it. And he actually got his asking price. So yeah, the wheels you'll see now look really good from the right to the left. So yeah, when it left my garage, Craig's Cave, it looked really good. And again, yeah, you got the exact asking price. So I really, really did enjoy that one. It was a bit different. So we've got now an engine bay coming up that you can see there as well. And the engine bay on it was, well, again, dull and grey, shiny and black. And that's the difference, what you're looking for. I think it makes a difference, especially when you're selling a vehicle. People lift up the hood. And we've got a grille here, that's on the Mini, and the owner wanted it to be black. The silver, to be honest, had gone off a bit. You can't really see on that photo, but the black looks a lot nicer, and it actually stood out on the car. So that's what we did. And then we've got a picture of the car finished. Came in looking not bad, but if you look at the mirror, the wheels were a bit tired. The bodywork generally was good, but there's a couple of little marks on it. But I got that clean, the roof cleaned up. And it rolled out of the cave looking, yeah, really good. See the Subaru behind that actually there. Steering wheel. Oh, yeah, there's another thing. I did the steering wheel. That was actually used some leather paint with some lacquer, like I did on the Fiesta ST seat. And I got a really good result from that. It was a good one on there. And then we've gone back to a bonnet here. Now, from this photo, I'm wondering if that's actually the bonnet from the Wrangler, but you know what? It just looks great, doesn't it? Whichever one it is. So I've got the Mini photo and the Wrangler photo, which are quite similar in there, I think. There's the bonnet of what looks like, I don't know. You know what? I've gone through so many cars. I'm just getting a picture of a clean engine here. But it just shows that, yeah, can be done whatever. This one will be easier to say because there's a comparison from top to bottom. Opel Kadett. And yeah, the guy was really impressed with this. It was an old Opel Kadett. It was in lovely condition, but again, some areas were a bit tired. So we made the engine look, well, pretty new, I'd say. Beamer, and yeah, again with this one, taken at a couple of different angles, but it is the same engine, and yeah, got this thing looking pretty smart, I'd say. Again, just attention to detail, especially if people are selling it or they want to keep it for years. Here's an example, Volkswagen with the headlight. So it actually had a lot of work needed around the front grille and the headlight area, and the headlights, like the wheels, well, make them look good, makes a big difference to the vehicle. And there we have another example. Fairly straightforward engine, obviously the modern engines here to clean up, but again, it's worth it because they come up so well, you know. Bodywork, that's the Volkswagen again, looking a bit tired and made it look nice and shiny. It was actually a friend's daughter and she was so happy with it because it made her car look brand new to her. And, you know, people love the cars and it's nice when they're driving around in something that looks nice and new. Wheels there, I think you can see the difference. We've got, again, looking a bit dull, not much happening. The rims kind of marked up quite a lot. Similar to my Porsche rims, I did them up. That'll be another video. And then we've got the last one coming up, bit different, Audi TT boot, looked very tired. So I got some material and did all the work around that myself, gave it back. They were absolutely stunned when they got that back from how it looked to that lovely orange, and it matched some of the orange trim around. So there we go.